What message was Grace meant to give audience as the first female super soldier?
I saw in many ways Grace as the heart of the movie. I think that it would be too easy to cast someone in that position as, a WME fighter or a woman who is just all about bodybuilding and action. But I knew that she had to have a heart. She's the character that the audience really can relate to the most, and without giving away spoilers, she's the character you need to care about most by the end of the movie for a variety of emotional reasons. And so I needed a great actor, and Mackenzie Davis has been on everybody's radar in Hollywood for a long time, and she's done a lot of great things like *Halt and Catch Fire*. And so, she was a little afraid because she's not this athletic person who does karate on the weekends or anything like that, but she's fearless, and she came in and she trained hard for this role. And I think it's so much different it's so much more interesting when a woman picks up a gun than when a guy does. Women do it for different reasons. They do it in a different way, and it's more interesting because it just doesn't happen as much in action movies. More's the pity, but that's what makes it interesting, is because it's the road less traveled. She killed. Have you seen the movie?
Yeah.
She kills it. She's so awesome.
So I feel like the first half movie, it's only Linda and the Danny and the Grace, they're together. Do you think that represents feminism because you spend, a lot of time and energy, to promote this 3 women together?
I actually feel like it's almost a post-feminist viewpoint, because as a man, I am not qualified to speak on feminist matters. I don't feel I speak for women or understand the agenda, because ultimately I'm a man and incapable of that. But I do feel like they were interesting choices for the character. Danny being a woman, we chose that direction mostly because we wanted to do something different than John, and we wanted to reflect a more modern world, and it seemed like the right move for that. In Grace's case, she was invented by an author named Joe Abercrombie in our writer's room early on, and there was no reason to make her a woman, but just the first time Joe started talking about the idea of this character, he said she. So what if it's this woman and she comes back from the future and she's all and she's on drugs because she's in pain, and she's had these operations, and we all love the idea, and so it was that. And then of course, Linda came with the box.
Yeah. Was it difficult to request Linda and Schwarzenegger to be cast after 28 years and then back to...
Well, in Arnold's case, you could probably cut off both arms and legs, and he would roll himself onto the Terminator set. He loves this franchise. He loves playing this character. And there was no world in which he would allow a Terminator movie to be made without him. And then in Linda's case, I think, she'd resisted being in all the other movies they made after that. And I think the fact that Jim was coming back to produce gave her a certain expectation of quality. But really, as an actor, she felt like enough time had passed between that character, who she wasn't interested in playing again, and her character now. A lot of dark water had passed under the bridge, and it would allow her to sort of bring a new take on the character. And she was interested in that as an actor.
Thank you, Tim.
Yeah, you're welcome.